Welcome to the Paranormal Saloon. Come on in. Let's have a seat in the way back and let's have a conversation. Good evening, everybody. This is Jay Hill with Paranormal Saloon. In this episode, I was asked to be the psychic medium in this video walkthrough with Kelly Schaefer from K2 Paranormal. And we actually had got a lot of validation on some of the things that I was coming up with and the things that I ran into. It's pretty interesting, actually. It's one of those things where you don't often get to do something like this, so I jumped at the opportunity. But yeah, so you'll have to check it out and let me know what you think.
Go.
Okay.
Okay, here I
All
am.
right.
I'm at the bottom of the stairs. So I'm going to turn us around and I'm going to walk us up the stairs because I don't know how to turn my fucking phone around. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Can
All
you
right.
turn it? Can you turn it to the side?
That way?
Mm-hmm. Turn it to the side. Your phone to the side.
Mm,
Like when you're
like
looking at your
this?
phone. Yeah, turn it
Yeah.
sideways. Turn it sideways, like you're looking at a big picture. There you go.
Oh, yeah, but I still can't turn my phone around. I can't turn the lens around to where you can see out the
Why?
other side. I
Why?
don't know how to do that. That's what I want to do.
Oh, on your phone, you have
Yes.
that.
How do I
Yes.
turn my phone around?
Oh. Okay. On the bottom, when you're doing your
Oh, here
recording,
comes Gage.
yeah. Show. Yeah.
It's Restream. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't want to let us. Mm-mm. Can I do it here? See, this doesn't. Oh, wait, there we are. There we are. Okay, facing camera 2. Hold on. Camera 2
Yep.
facing back. There we go.
There you go.
How's
Now you got
that?
to turn it
Ah,
sideways.
far
Yeah.
out.
Now you got to turn it
Now I'm
sideways.
turn. There we go.
There you
Okay,
go. There
got
you
it.
go.
Okay,
Okay.
sweet.
Okay. But I
Sweet.
need
I
a
have a very
flashlight.
talented group. Yes, I've
I
got one. Got a
okay,
flashlight.
because I gotta be able to
There we
see what
go.
I'm doing here.
Wait. Oh, I need a bigger flashlight. That one's dying. Who has a big flashlight? Can I have your headlamp? Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's got a headlamp?
And Jim does. Whoa.
There
All
you
right.
go.
So here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I need you to stand. Now I needed you really to go back out into the yard because
Go back
there's
out
some
and do
things
it again.
yeah, I gotta
You
tell
got
you.
to
I
go
gotta.
look in the yard. You found
Yes.
things in the yard.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You found things in the yard. Okay.
Okay. So you gotta stand in front, face the house. I mean, you need to
Okay.
be on other side of that ramp.
Okay.
A little
Right
bit
there.
farther. You got to be on the other
Okay.
side of the
In
ramp.
the yard.
In
Okay.
the yard.
I was just
Yes.
making sure that it was definitely
No. No.
there. There
No.
goes Kitty
No.
Butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So
There goes Jill.
okay. So what I first got when I looked at this picture. Now I have to
Yeah.
kind of give you some context.
Yeah.
So um number one, this
Mhm.
was a path or a walkway to for troops for the
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
hang on.
Yeah. Okay.
And um um Murfreesboro, whatever it is.
Murfreesboro.
Okay. So this particular land within, I would say, 50 feet around the whole property, there used to be a camp here. There used to be a camp like that they would set up and that they would, it was kind of like a in between camp, station camp.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then they
Mhm.
would have,
Mhm. Mhm.
troops that would
It's
sit
cold out
there.
here. I really want to go back inside.
Okay, go back inside. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, keep talking. But is there anything else out
Okay.
here?
There's something buried in your property, and I think it's an animal.
Oh, there's several animals in the back.
Okay. All right. So I picked that up immediately that there's
Okay.
animals buried. But
Okay.
yeah,
So here's the front door.
Yep. Yep. So this house isn't that old.
No, it's not that old.
Okay, but mostly it's the land. Okay,
Okay,
and
hold
now
on a second. Hold on, hold on. Let me update everybody as I just come into the house. Jay has hit on the. Jay also is one that does not have information. Jay hit on the fact that troops walked over this very spot, and he says that within 50 yards of this house was a camp. There you go. And then what
right.
was the other thing you hit on? What was the other? Oh, and then he also hit on the animal graveyard in the back. There.
Yeah. So
All right. So,
okay. So
are you
and
ready
here's the
for
other.
this one? Okay, keep going. Okay,
Okay.
go.
So also there's a gentleman, a older gentleman there.
Yeah.
He's grumpy, but I don't know exactly who he's with, or it might be.
Nicole,
Yeah.
was the gentleman grumpy?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The one that passed here, was he grumpy? He was very grumpy, and he has passed. Oh, he
Yeah.
hasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the
Yeah.
energy is here. Okay,
Right. Right.
all right,
So
all right.
um
Okay, okay. You so far you're 100%.
okay. So also I also am picking up a child.
Uh huh.
I think a female,
Uh huh.
and um she likes to hang out in one of the back rooms.
He just picked up on the little girl. Uh huh.
That room right there.
Um,
Right there in front of you.
that is the room.
Yep,
Yes.
right there in front of you. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
that's
She likes
one of them. This is the one
right.
that she comes
Right.
from to the bathroom, though.
Right, right, right. She likes to hang out there. She's got a
Hmm.
little white dress on. She's young. She's
Oh
like
shit.
5 or 6, I would say. But yeah, she skips around all the time. I don't know why she's there. Um,
Yeah, we don't know why she's here either.
I'm trying to get that information.
That's one of the things that we were hoping to get.
Mhm. um, Something about a dog.
A dog?
Yeah. Um, kind of like a, kind of like a. I want to say like a golden retriever. Did anybody own a golden retriever?
Hold on. Hold on. How many golden retrievers are out back? They loved golden retrievers.
That's why I picked that up. So you've got quite a few of them walking around the property, or
Yeah, they've
at
already
least,
they've seen ghost
at
dogs and
least
ghost
two or
cats.
three of them. Yeah, at least two or three of them.
Yeah, there's three of
Um,
them out there.
okay, okay. So let me
You
see
ready for the
here.
next room?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm picking up the residual of an old lady.
You and the rest of us.
Yeah, old lady, like, in her nightgown, not like
Mm-hmm.
she's sick.
Mm-hmm.
But she's very, but she's also kind of crabby.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she
She's
doesn't
old
know
lady
that.
crabby.
Right, she doesn't know that she's gone though. She's in
Ah.
that, she's in that state of, where am I? Why am I here? Why are you here? And then it's kind of like, you ever seen that show Ghosts with
Yes, yes. I
okay,
watch it
so
all the time.
it's kind of like Flower.
Oh my gosh. I love flour.
Yeah. So
Ah.
it's yeah. Um Gosh, I just, yeah, I get flushed when you go in that room.
Yeah, that's the first room all of us connected with.
Yeah. Um. Is this a mud room or a
Kind
bedroom?
of. It
I think it
was a
one.
bedroom,
Yeah. I think it's more like
but
a
it's more like a false dining room,
right.
mudroom
Okay.
entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There isn't really too much in that room. It's more of an
No.
entryway.
Yeah. Oop, there we go. Okay, so through. Oops. Sorry. So going around. It's a very small house, so. And
Right.
then here
Right.
we are. Is that a cat ball under there? No. So this is the kitchen.
This that I see that guy kind of hangs out here a little bit, but I don't know. It's more of a pass through. Um.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back
Yeah.
there is not really much of anything.
Uh-uh. No, it's those bedrooms and yeah. Well, you did it. You
Mm,
hit them.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn this off now. There we go. Whoops. I think. Hell,
So
I
if you
don't
want
even
to
know.
sit down, if you want to sit down with them, and I know that some of them have some questions, they can be more than
Well, I
happy
can
to ask.
also give and I can also give them the link to this so that they can see you and me walking together and hear everything you have to say.
Mm-hmm. They can do that too.
Yeah. So yeah, I can send that out. Yeah, it's part of. He does a couple of podcasts right now. We're doing kind of something for his um, paranormal saloon. There we go. There we go. Okay. So here we are. We're done.
Yeah, yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Um.
gonna go make a cup of coffee so we can do a couple more hours.
Okay. Okay. So I was right on everything.
You were right on everything. You hit everything 100%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, but I do want to say too that the energy that's coming off the camp.
Here, hold on. Let me take it off of let me take it off of this and are you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Can you
hang
hear
on.
me?
I gotta get the speaker on. Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. The owner and everybody here is here.
Okay. So it's nice to meet everybody there.
Hi, it's nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is Lady
So
Hill.
I do want to say that the energy that comes from the property itself is pretty predominant. I mean, it's very dominant energy. Um, with a lot of the animals that are buried in the back. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't know. Have you guys ever came across? And I know this is gonna sound weird, but have you guys ever came across a finger?
Not yet.
Okay, okay.
No,
So,
I have found a lot of. I like to collect bones though that I find out here, but I've never found a finger bone. But now you make
okay,
me want to
okay.
go find that finger.
No. So here's what I think. Because the fact that the camp that was around that property, I think that it was like makeshift hospital, like a triage camp.
Oh,
At one
shit.
point, it was at one point it was just a regular camp for like a go to, and then an offshoot to an farther distance going in towards the battlefields. But I think that they actually did a little bit of triage there, and I just keep seeing this finger. It's going to be a bone, but I mean right now, but I mean it's just somewhere on your property. I don't know. It was a very traumatic event with a young soldier. A lot of these soldiers that
Oh.
were on that property.
Okay, so that you say that growing up, my grandma had this story. It was a bloody bone story, and he died in the creek. Something about battle. And she would scare the crap out of us, especially after drinking her beers and Jack, dancing. But she went on with this story about the bloody bones. So maybe that's where she knew
Maybe.
more history about, more about the property. That's really
Right.
interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she
Yeah. So
has some.
I
Maybe
just
she
keep
has a picture.
yeah, maybe I just keep seeing that. But I think that because of the fact that the energies that I'm getting is a lot of the soldiers were teenagers. A lot of them were teenagers, and so
Ooh,
um, yeah, you might see some of them wandering around. A lot of them have crossed, but I think there might be a few stragglers from other areas that might traipse through here because of the fact that that camp was so um, emotionally charged
wow.
at the time that you might come across. Now, have you seen anything weird in your backyard or around the
Jay,
property?
Jay, I know where they're coming from.
Okay.
This property was, they did a raid on the train that was supplying the Union soldiers, and the people that came from that, conflict were here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that makes sense then.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got that
So,
one too.
right. Yep. So, yeah. So, yeah.
I don't. I've never seen anything, but I will say, growing up, I love being outside, especially the backyard and creek. And most of my childhood was in that area because something always drew me that way. But it was never, I can't say it was ever negative as it is in this
No.
house. It
No.
was, yeah, it was almost like something was watching you and maybe looking over, but, probably judging you, but nothing like, you know.
Right, right. And having those dogs, and that's another form of kind of protection because animals
Ah.
are more tied into the spiritual, than people realize. So it's like, when you have cats around, and this stray cat that she's seeing is a very good sign.
I do have a stray cat. Yeah, her name is Meowatron. She meows
Okay,
a lot.
right. Um, yeah.
Yeah, she's
So,
on the phone today.
yeah. So
It's
yeah.
fun.
So I'm a cat person myself. So I have two. If I could have more, I would. But
I
yeah.
tell you.
So so
I didn't think about that with the animals, all the animals, um, that
they
we have
bring
there.
they
I
bring across good energy. They bring across good energy, and a lot of them have
huh.
crossed. But at times, animals freely go where they want to go. And if you've got quite a few different burials back there, yeah, you're gonna have that energy around. And it's kind of like when if there's a spirit that hasn't crossed, then if they come across an animal, a spirit animal or whatever like that, um, they don't usually interact, but the dogs might interact in a way of protecting. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So you might
Yeah,
not
for
see
sure.
it just depends. There's so many different aspects in the spiritual realm that people don't realize. So
Oh no, I didn't realize until she even opened that up and I started doing research. I was like, holy cow. I
yeah.
knew it, but never thought of
Oh,
it.
I love paranormal stuff. Can you take the wind meter back into the Confederate bedroom, please? Yeah. We've got stuff moving around in there. It's specifically back at the back. There's a vent back there. Is there a vent back there? So JD, did you pick up anything at the front door?
Did I do what?
Did you pick up anything at the, like, just as you're entering the house at the front door?
Um, Not really. Not at the moment. I mean, not at that time. But
Right.
do you have fluctuations in there every once in a while?
I just get a really strong energy just as you're
Yeah.
approaching the house.
Right. Right.
Right
Right.
before
Right.
like you're to grab the doorknob to come in.
Right.
Mhm.
I
So
get
so what so
really
what happens with that, because of the fact that your house is charged, you have other entities in there and a lot of residual energy. It's almost kind of like when your frequency mixes with other energies and frequencies from the other side, or even if it's a spirit or whatever, um, that is going to kind of give you a little bit of a pushback. You're going to feel it. You know what I mean? So, but it's totally normal. It's kind of like it's just more of a walking into like say like you go into a cold room to a hot room and vice versa. You know
That's
what I mean? So
Meowatron.
yeah, it's just yeah, it's a little it's just an energy push is all it is. Um,
The food's on top of dog food. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. Yeah, it's nothing really to worry about. I mean, if you felt like you couldn't go through the door, then that's a bigger problem. There's
That's
some, yeah,
me
yeah,
though, but I do believe it's with the people that have died here, they were like pretty much all I have of them my uncle. So I
right.
think it's more of maybe emotional attachment why I don't.
Yep,
But
yep,
I
yep,
don't
yep.
know. I just always had that feeling.
Right, and you
Even before time of walking in this house and
right, and
being
right,
yeah.
and you have the ability to, and the if any loved ones or anybody that is there, you have that ability to help them to cross into the light to get, to leave. I mean,
Right,
it's
that's
a
fair.
very
You're right.
very yeah, it's a very easy procedure to do, and it's just, the girl on the aspect, I really don't know what her story is, but I know that her
She's
parents,
been here since like before time.
yeah,
So when
no, yeah, no,
she's
her dress is really really old.
she's attached to the land.
Yeah, her dress is really, really old because evidently that there was something
Hmm.
there, or in the proximity of that, and she's probably drawn to the dogs.
Yeah.
Meaning the safety net
Yeah,
that we're
it's really,
talking about?
yeah, kind of like more or less where she feels safe or she feels,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Maybe she left behind kids or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
needed a
right,
purpose. Okay, that makes that flows.
yeah, yeah,
Huh. What? Just talking about the girl, see, like, crossing
So what'd
out
you say?
some, just saying how it could be like more of a, she's just attached to the land kind of deal. She's never been an issue. I mean, other than seeing her,
Talking about the
nobody's,
cat?
no,
Oh, wait, what do you think that's good?
the ghosts that people have seen here walking from the bathroom. The girls specifically. Do you have your notepad here?
All right, I'm back.
You're good.
All right.
I love it.
All right.
all right,
Are we done?
yeah, we're done. You have fun.
Okay.
I
Okay.
hope
So
I hope
remember to send
everything,
me the link.
I will have fun.
Okay. Love you.
Bye, love you, bye.
Bye.